So much footy to talk about, MG. Round 25, the final round, done and dusted. Bring on the finals. There were some great games over the weekend.
Well, there was the last round of season proper, and bring on finals footy because anything, and I repeat, anything will happen, and it can happen in semi-final footy, and we'll go through the exact draw in a second. But if we quickly look over some results over the weekend, in case you've missed it, the Doggies won by a field goal against Manly. Matt Burton field goal, 21-20. That puts Manly 7 losses in a row to finish the season. They're in some big froth and bubble. The Roosters, a price to pay for their win over South Sydney with Joey Manu, who looked like being out for the rest of the season with a calf injury. The Dragons put the Broncos to bed. As I said earlier, no team coming back. No team who is on 4th position in the history of the NRL has missed the 8. They were coming 4th round 19, the Broncos, and they missed out on the 8. They've lost 6 of their last 7 games.
Is that bad with, obviously the Dolphins coming in and fans are disappointed with the Broncos? Is that potentially in for membership?
I'd be switching to the Dolphins watching that game on the weekend, MG. They sucked.
They were shocking, and they just, something's going on there. Something's going on. We'll look at, who knows, but they can't get rid of the coach. They've just got to, they've got some bad apples amongst them. They've got to get rid of, but let's let them sort that out. That's up for them. Sharkies they secured a home semi-final, winning 6 in a row. Britton Nakora scored 3 tries, 38-16 over the Knights. We've lost 4 in a row. Tigers yesterday finished the season losing 5. They got booted at half-time. Look, if you're a Tigers fan, the only thing you can say is that the only way is up. Mm-hmm. The only way is up. You just got to find some positive. Find some positivity.
If it's down, you're in a bit of spot.
Exactly. But look, it was an amazing weekend. Just quickly, the games coming up this weekend on Friday night at Bluebet Stadium, Penrith and Para, 7:50. Saturday, elimination final, Melbourne and Raiders in Amy Park, Melbourne, 5:40. Second qualifying final, Sharkies at PointsBet Stadium against the Cowboys, 7:50 on Saturday night, and on Sunday. Ho.
Yeah.
Roosters, Rabbitohs, Allianz Stadium, 4 o'clock. One of the powerhouses of our competition says bye-bye for season 2022.
See you, Souths. We're speaking to some legends from all the clubs this week. Frank Pulatua, is going to join us at 8:40 this morning, MG, former teammate of yours, a Panthers legend. He's on to talk about the Panthers, but he's also a senior manager at the NRL, so we can talk to him about this. People always find something to whinge about, and at the moment it's not enough fans being able to get into some of these home finals at Bluebet and PointsBet. Your thoughts on playing them at those venues?
Well, I don't know what the solution is. If you ask the Sharkies fans and the Panther fans, what would they rather do? Would they rather watch their team at home, which they deserve the right to do for finishing so high on the ladder? Or would you rather move it to somewhere like Homebush and have 40,000 there with... I don't get it. I look at it's first in best dress. I think the atmosphere at Bluebet Stadium against Parramatta this Friday will be epic.
Oh, yeah.
It'll be epic. I've had 1,000 text messages trying to get tickets. It's what it's all about. It's the golden ticket. Same as Sharky Park, PointsBet Stadium. I mean, the Sharkies, I think it's the first time they've hosted a semi-final there. So well done to them for finishing second on the ladder. They've earned the right. I don't want to see any teams move from that. I know the big picture is we want as many people at the game as possible, but the TV audiences of these two games will be monstrous.
You can't match the ambience of like a Penrith Parramatta game. I can't wait.
This music means it's time for MG's Power Rankings, the daily top 5 list that can be about anything, but it's all about the footy on a Monday, Wild Panther.
Certainly is, my man. And look, round 25 is in the can, and it's unbelievable this run home. What's going to be more enthralling is the fact that who's going to win the Dally M medal. So this Thursday we're having the Dally MG Awards here on Triple M, where we're going to name the best player, the best coach, the moment of the year that I think a lot of people have forgotten about, the wow moment, the WTF moment of 2022 that I think a lot of people have forgotten. I'm going to make sure that you remember that this Thursday. But back to the power rankings. Yep, we start with the NRLW, where Jamie Chapman scored 3 tries for 158 metres, and she was awesome.
Karen Aiken, nice pass, Amber Hall. Amber Hall delivers a beautiful ball away to Jamie Chapman, and she's in for her 3rd try of the afternoon. Having a field day, and the Broncos go further in front.
Well done to Jamie.
She's so speedy, though. That left to right. Oh, my God.
Into the blokes. The top 5 will start at
5.
Well, Has he done enough to win the Dally M medal? His team are out of contention, but one thing I do know is that he's tried his guts off all year. I speak of Ben Hunt.
Hunt dummies, gets away. Then it finds Cody Ramsey. Hunt involved again. Ramsey plunges over.
And the tenacious number 7 just comes up with a beautiful play. Spoke about moments, Dan. He's come up with 2 very big ones.
I hope he does. Between Origin and, the Dally M, what a fantastic year for him that
Absolutely.
he deserves.
Yeah, well, he's in the lead, I think, at the moment. But maybe there's another guy who might be right behind him called Nico Hines, but we'll see soon. Number 4, well, this guy, he's on his day can be the most destructive forward in the game, and against Manly, he ran 20 times for 165 metres. He was the difference in the two teams. Every time he'd come on, he'd make things happen. I speak of Tavita Pangai Jr.
Burton doing the chasing. He's there, taps it backwards. Is it knocked on by the Seagulls? Play on here. Pangai Jr. gives it to Flanagan. He'll stay in play and score for Canterbury. A heads-up piece of play by Tavita Pangai Jr.
3.
Yeah, one of the reasons the Sharkies are where they are with facing a home semi-final against the Cowboys is because of their back rowers, I think, Wade Graham and Britton Nakora. Nakora yesterday, and by the way, Sharkies have won 6 in a row, bouncing in the finals. It's an amazing record. Nakora scored 3 tries yesterday in their 38-16 win over the Knights.
Played by Hamlin, Ueli, Kunala right side, he's looking for a hat-trick. Britton Nakora has 3. At McDonald Jones Stadium.
2.
Now, we'll be talking in Golden Points about Joseph Suaali's mentor or somebody who's come from the clouds basically saying that this next guy should be punted from the Roosters. and I on the eve of finals footy, I don't get where the timing is. But anyway, number 2, for 275 metres, 1 try, 20 runs, 52 post-contact metres, 5 tackle breaks. Unbelievable player, James Tedesco.
Keary into the line, great ball. Crichton into the backfield. Crichton trying to race away. Tedesco! The skipper's on the board. That's beautiful. The Roosters are skidding the Rabbits here.
1.
Probably my most improved player of 2022, and they find themselves a real big shot of this year's competition. This guy was unbelievable the other night, and he was one of the main reasons that his team beat the Melbourne Storm last Thursday night. I speak of Dylan Brown.
Brown, left foot step, inside Kafusi. Then he gets up, goes again and scores. Ashley Klein said he wasn't held, and Dylan Brown has scored a lovely individual try. Wow. 4 points to 0.
You've got a Cheshire cat smile.
I do. I
there in
love
the
it.
Studio.
And
Jessie-May.
I also love it when it's described as a lovely. Like, I think just lovely is just such a beautiful description word when
The
you score a try.
lovely Dylan Brown.
Oh, I love him.
Okay, we have the usual questions for Golden Points, MG, but with round 25 behind us now, let's look to the future and do the finals edition of Golden Points this week. The first question is, who's the team outside the top 4 that can still win the premiership?
Oh, Melbourne.
Really?
Roosters?
Melbourne.
Roosters? Roosters. I thought I heard you say
Joe,
Melbourne.
I think without Joey Manu, you're in trouble.
Son of a bitch. The top 4 team most likely to go out in straight sets, though, out of the top 4.
I think Cowboys. I
Okay.
think maybe Cowboys.
Who will be the breakout star of the finals?
Nico Hines.
Which team who missed the top 8 this year will definitely make the top 8 in 2023?
Bulldogs.
Yes.
Bulldogs, yes.
Bulldogs.
What's going to be the biggest headline after week 1 of the finals?
It's got to be something along the lines of this Friday night's game. I think something about the Wild West encounter just doesn't disappoint. We're going to see fireworks on Friday night at Bluebet.
How good.
Bring it on.
Yeah. Well, speaking of the Cowboys, sorry, Nick, I know you asked a question and I will get to your listener question in just a second. But the Cowboys coach, Todd Payton, told Triple M on Sunday Sinbin, MG, what do you think of Tom Dearden's commitment to the game? He was willing to cut off his testicle if it meant he got back from injury earlier. Now, if you've just joined us, round 23 win over Warriors. Tom ruptured his testicle, played on With
and went to the press conference and everything
with a rupture. Oh my God! And
with a ruptured nut.
I went back and looked at that after I found that out, and all I could think of what was under his shorts while he was taught. I was like, oh my God!
Yeah. And it was
bag
weeks
of ice.
ago, and it's all you've been thinking about.
I know.
This is the audio from Sunday Sinbin on Triple M.
When he met with the surgeon, first thing he said to the surgeon, if I'm going to miss a month, I want you to chop it off. So that's how much playing finals meant to him. I nearly fell over when I got told that. So
That's commitment, Matt. Like, would have you chopped off a testicle to play in the finals?
Of course I would. As men, we only need one of them that's operating, and I've had 5 kids. So but my young bloke happened to him in pre-season last year. We had a ruptured testicle and lost half of one of them, and they come back. They're fine. They're after it.
They come back. What do you mean? They grow
Well,
back?
Not after you cut them
the
off.
player comes back. But
Oh, I was like, what do you do? Put a bit of blood and bone on it, and then all of a
That's what
sudden
they
you
are.
sprout a new, you sprout like a mushroom. It's so interesting, though. Is there anything in life that you would lose one for, Paigey?
You guys. And Triple M, of course. I'd cut one off with a spoon for this radio station.
Go on.
Love you.
Go on, then.
All right, go get a spoon.
And quickly, MG, Nick, massive Roosters fan, do you think it's right? Joseph Suwali's manager gave the club an ultimatum. It's him or James Tedesco.
Well, I'm not sure whether it's his manager or a confidant, but it's Stephen Tedeschi, also known as the art dealer. This is a new one, the art dealer. We heard the football whisperer. Now we've got the art dealer. He's basically said that James Tedesco has to leave the Roosters next year for Joseph Suwali, or Joseph Suwali will be gone. Basically saying that he wants to play fullback, and if you want him to play fullback, well, you've got to get rid of Teddy Tedesco. And all I can say is something from the castle. Tell him he's dreaming.
Yeah.
Tell him he's dreaming, because there's no way on God's earth that James Tedesco is leaving the Roosters in the form he's in. He's the best player in the world, has been for 5 years. So come on, man.
It's ridiculous. Ultimatums don't work. You know when you got given an ultimatum as a boyfriend or a girlfriend, and you're like, oh, we'll see you, mate.
Sorry,
the timing
art
is
dealer.
shocking. The timing of this is shocking for the Roosters. They've got a semi-final on Sunday, a massive final, and now they've got this to worry about as well. It's just the timing couldn't be worse.
The Roosters are the Louvre, baby. They can keep the Mona Lisa and Starry Night. No worries.